Hi everyone and welcome back. So we are going to talk about another example. So we have already done this example in React Redux and the same example we are going to do with the Redux Toolkit. Okay. This was my first video of this playlist, which is talking about fetching the post by ID and fetching the comments for a particular post. Now the same example we are going to do with the Redux toolkit. Okay, this we have written actions and reducers separately. Now we are going to create slices for them and we are going to integrate the same example. Okay, so this is our example. I'll just increase the font size so that visibility is good. Okay, so these are the component pages. This is our app component. Okay, and this is our index.js. Now we need to create a slices. Here we are configuring the store and we have to combine all the reducers, all the logic we are going to write inside the slices. So we'll create source and here we'll create slices, and inside slices we will do everything. So let's say our index.js, where we are going to combine. This is optional. So in some examples you will see the combine reducer. It's optional. You can actually do is you can do the mapping of all the reducers. Okay, like okay, I'm fetching the post, so it can go to post reducer. Okay, I'm fetching the comment, so it can go to comment reducer, or you can create a root reducer and you can pass it here like this. So you can, using of combine reducer is totally optional. So what I'm going to do is inside index.js I can use const root reducer, and I'm going to have the same three kind of reducers, right? Post list, and comments. And here I will provide the mapping. What I need to do is posts. Combine reducer is just a utility which combines the reducers and represents a single state object tree. So I'm going to have a post reducer. Soon, similarly, I will create post comments and single post reducer. So this is post, this is posts, this is comments, and this is also comments reducer. Okay, and we will do is export default root reducer, and now we will create all these reducer from the different slice. So we are already inside a slice. Let's say we'll create a first slice as post.js, another can be posts.js, and the third one will be single comments.js. From there we will we will export default the reducers, we will combine them here, and root reducer we are exporting, that we are importing here, and then passing to the configure store, passing the store inside a provider. This is the full cycle. Okay, let's talk about all the posts. Here we already have done this. It's just like we are migrating the same example to the Redux toolkit. Okay, import create slice from Redux toolkit. So we are importing create slice, and then we can say const post slice equal to create slice and pass the object. Here the name is posts, and what is the initial state? Initial state is this object. Inside this object we have the same set of properties. Okay, the loading has error or the posts, and here we are defining all the actions, reducer actions, like get posts. So you have initial state. You can write a simple function also, and we will just make the loading true. And then another is get post success, and when it is success we will get two things: get post success, we will get payload and the state. We are going to get the payload inside actions, so I will destructure that. We are getting the payload, and here I will just simply do is I will update the state properties. State.loading will become false, state.has error will become false, let's say, and state.posts will become the payload. We'll just assign the payload to this, and if there is a failure, get posts failure, then in that case we are not going to receive the payload. We'll just set error true, loading false, and payload is not there, so we'll reset it to empty array. Okay, now we can get all the actions out of it. So we are exporting all the actions from post slice.actions. Okay, and we are also exporting the reducer. You can export post reducer, and here we are actually accessing a particular state.posts. Okay, export default post reducer post slice dot reducer. This is what we are exporting. Okay, this was not reducer, it was post slice that we will create later. Sorry for that. So here we are exporting actions and reducer, same as the earlier examples, and here finally our async call, fetch async posts. Okay, and what we are going to do, the same logic, return async dispatch, and here the same kind of logic. If this is success, if this is error, dispatch get posts, right? Get posts, and then if you got the data response.json, assign that to the success, or you got the failure, right? Now same kind of logic we can apply to the post. Here the only difference is posts will become post, single post, because we are talking about single post here, and s will become single post. Okay, command C, command B, and here we are going to fetch the post of a particular ID. So the only difference here is we are going to pass the ID of a particular post, for which we are going to, it's like a fetch post by ID, a single post, and here it will become dynamic expression. We'll pass dollar and the post ID, and rest all will be the same: get post success, get post failure. It will be the post slice. So we'll just export the reducer and post slice. Okay, same thing goes for the comments. For comments also we can do the same thing. Okay, so it's like the same structure, so I'm not going to repeat what is written here. It's like get comments for that particular post ID. Okay, and here we are combining all the reducers, so we can import all of these from the comments, posts, and from posts. Yes, imported all of these, exporting them. This is it. So the same example we have migrated through with the help of slices. Okay, fetch async post. Here also we can make it fetch async comments. and let's see what we are importing. We just need to change those things inside the pages. Dashboard page is fine, single page. So here the action we have changed, fetch async posts to fetch all the posts on the page, landing page. Then it's a router, it will go to the single post page where we are fetching the post by ID. Fetch async comment, fetch async post. Okay, in the use effect hook, make the API call. Okay, it's a fetch async comment first for that post ID and fetch async post for that post ID. We got the data and we are setting it. And here we are using use selector and use dispatch. You can see with the help of use selector, we are getting all the required data. Let's say the post preloading the single post data, and using dispatch, we are dispatching the fetch comments, fetch particular post, right? So this is how it is working. We have migrated the same example with the help of simple Redux toolkit. I am not interested in writing the components. These are the same components which we have written earlier. It's all about how you can migrate the same example just by creating the slices. We are not having actions, we are not having the reducer separately and the store. It's all about the slices which combines all these things together, right? This is the initial state and these are the slices. These are the reducers actions. We are exporting all the reducer actions from here and the reducer itself. Okay, that's it guys. Thanks everyone.